Hi friends, how are you? Today we are going to talk about something that a lot of people are asking me to talk about, and in particular a guy from India, and the subject is the mood board. You know, how to prepare a mood board, what can I do with the mood board? A lot of people in school, I know that they're asked to prepare mood boards for their presentations, but at the same time, nobody, it looks like some teachers are not really explaining what a mood board is for, and most of all, how you can assemble a mood board that will really help your presentation. Before we get into the hot topic, of this video, let's make just a step backward. When I was a student, to be honest, we really did not have mood boards yet, because the way we used to make a project, it was more about the model. So you do your design, and then of course you make your model, you make your renderings, you have some sketches that are ideation sketches with which you chose the concept that will become your model. And when everything was basically done, we would prepare the big presentation room, each one with our table, the model on top, and our renderings in the back of this painted model. Later on, during the years, the way of designing objects, the way of designing cars changed, because there was a new element coming into the presentation of a project that became very, very important. And this is the environment. The environment. So the social issue, the social changes. And when we talk about social changes and environments, of course, we are talking also about social trends, which means how people behave, how people change, how people choose things to buy, and why they choose certain things to buy and not some others. And this is also something that is very connected to the time we are living in. For example, in the 80s, we were buying things that are completely different than what we buy today in 2020. And the reasons are many. The new technology, a new type of life changes, a new type of politics, social politics, new way of life improvements, new way of social behaviors, new fashions, new trends, colors, for example, materials, new technology. Technology is a very strong impact about how people change their way of buying things, or the way they are orientated or influenced to go and buy a car more than another, or to buy an object more than another. Then there is the surprise effect, okay? The surprise effect can be given by a very smart design. I'll give you an example. The iPhone, okay, it's very surprise design. It has this surprise magic effect, because when you see an iPhone, okay, just in its the way it is, it's just a black brick, very, very nice, with nice graphics, okay, nice material. But basically, when you see this, you don't think right away this could be a telephone. Then when you light it up, okay, so you turn it on, the magic element comes out, and then you see that like a magic thing, it comes to life, and the whole technology potential, it's used to show you icons, interactive icons. You can press virtual buttons that open up new things to do, and you can play games, you can make phone calls, you can make pictures, you can make videos just like the one I'm making now with another iPhone, which is a little bit bigger than the other one I showed you. And therefore that magic effect of course has a strong, but really strong impact on your emotions. And if it's well done, that will be a key element that will push you, without even thinking why, that will push you to buy that object, okay? So to buy that phone, the iPhone. So that's a very smart design. And today we are having this also on cars, thanks to technology. You know, special functions that are visible thanks to connectivity, to the new technology we can have on board, and all that stuff. So when we put all those things together, without forgetting architecture, how architecture in the last 20 years changed our cities. If I think about Milano in North Italy, which always has been considered a modern town, but since we have those beautiful new architectural design skyscraper with gardens, eco, sustainable philosophy, specific type of materials that clean the air, that filter the air, the opportunity to have on your walls plants, you know, even if you are at the 8th floor or in the 15th floor, you know, if we think about all those things and the way they look, the way they are integrated into the environmental scenario, they show us that the architecture has a strong power today, and I would say finally, okay, to be completely renewed, completely modern, contemporary, with an eye to the future, that is also helping our behavior in a very strong way, the way we interact with the architecture and the way we interact with the city because of all those changes. So when we say all this, now we understand why today, but also since about 10 years, the mood board into a presentation, into any project we make, becomes a key element of an extreme importance. Because in the mood boards, what do we do with the mood boards? We find technology, architecture, some objects, some colors, some materials, some people pictures, some people dressed in a certain way, following a certain type of fashion, textiles, some graphics on textiles, okay? So we put all those things together, also some watches, you know, all those iconic products, okay? And we choose the ones that really respect and convey, okay, the idea of our design philosophical approach to our project. So if I'm making a project that has a philosophy to be very essential, the essential design, like an iPhone, then of course I'm going to choose the picture of a building that is following that concept, that is very essential, not very Baroque style, but very simple, but very strong as impact. Same thing about the colors, about the materials. The same thing about the fashion. Someone that is dressed up with a beautiful cut suit, but with one color, that one is essential compared to someone that goes dressed up with the same suit, with the same cut style, but with stripes, flowers, and brilliant colors. Because that one would be more probably Baroque, graphically stronger, and more busier, okay, and not that essential and that simple. So when we make a mood board, we have to think to choose and pick up from all those types of environments, all those types of objects, all those types of fields, all those type of resources that can become very influential. We have to pick up the ones that are really cohesive with our design philosophy, the design philosophy that we would like to express via our project execution. So that's how we make a mood board, and that's why we have to make a very nice mood board that will stay, of course, during our presentation. It will be the first thing that we will present, because now that we talked about how to prepare a mood board, we have also to think how we integrate that mood board within our presentation. Now, as I always say, the sequence of your presentations, which means the steps you have to take in order to walk through your presentation, must be very well thought out to make sure that your communication will be very clear and people will have no doubt in understanding what you want to present, and they will have a confirmation of what you say by looking and admiring your work, whether it's a product or it is a car, okay, an automobile. So the mood board is the first one, because this is your introduction. With the mood board, you will talk about your design philosophy. And then you will have all those beautiful pictures that you arranged on this mood board with some keywords, text, okay, maybe put onto this mood board, like for example, essential design can be a keyword. Radical can be another one. Efficiency could be another one, if we want to talk about the essential design philosophy. Magic, contemporary, you know, stuff like that. So when you have that board and you start presenting that board, the people that are looking at your model will understand a lot more why you choose to apply that design to that model. Because with the mood board, you are describing in which scenario, in which environment you are setting that model in. Therefore, your presentation, your model, your drawings, everything will follow a very logic sense that everybody will catch during your presentation. So this will lead your presentation to be a very clear one, and that's what is very important when we try to communicate. We must be simple but very strong and very good in making sure that your message goes through, that people can appreciate it, and then of course they will decide whether they like it or not. They can, but the most important thing, make sure that they understand what you have up in your mind. Okay, so in the sequence of your presentation, you will have your mood board as first. Then, of course, you will have your ideations, the most important sketches you made, and of course, the nicest one you made. And after that, you will have your concept renderings, which will be very strong impact, but of course, the same way your rendering will be done into an environment, okay, your drawing, your rendering, your illustration, which is simple. If you are showing essential design, you don't want to make your rendering into a very busy town scenario or with lots of colors in the background. You want to do something simple that has a background that will be a support to your product, pushing your product into the eyes of the people that are watching, so that your renderings are really a great support of your ideas. And then, of course, you have your digital alias model or software model that probably will be turning into a short video, and the video will have a scenario that will be cohesive with your mood board. So if in your mood board you will have a very modern, simple architecture, I suggest you that in your video, the environment that you can model virtually will be very similar to the picture you choose for your mood board. Same thing for the colors, so that when people see your mood board and they see the video of the virtual video of your model, they see that the two things are talking the same language. And of course, then you have your real model that has been probably milled or worked in clay by hand by you, painted, well done, with no defaults, of course. You make sure that it's very professionally done, even if it's in a small scale, that's okay. Quarter scale would be better, so the size has a nice emotional impact to the people that are watching, and then your presentation, we can say, that will be basically really well done, okay? So, I think that this video concentrating on your mood board and the overall presentation logic, way of presenting, has been very clear, okay? And I hope that the people that asked me to make this video now are happy, or they are probably, everything is more clear, all right, I hope it. And share this video if you liked it. Stick to this channel if you didn't do it yet. Subscribe, and there is the bell that you can hit so that you get all notifications every time I make a new video. All right? Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye. Ciao.